Misty paid out last week. It had a nice uptick today, and there is an article that I want to show that it looks like others might be finally coming aboard. Stick around. I think you're going to like this one. Hello, my friends. This is Legend. So today in the market, Misty had a nice little up day, and that's good. They did pay out this past Friday, and for some of you, including myself, I will not actually get my distributions until tomorrow. Usually I get paid on Tuesday for a Friday pay date with Webull. I know there are some of you who gets paid on the Friday or the Monday, but for me, it's Tuesday. But that's okay. It'll be there before you know it. So before we slide over to the Webull chart, I wanted to show you what I noticed on the YieldMax front page of their site. So here it is. This is the front page or the home page of the YieldMax ETF website. And as you can see here, right in this blue box, YieldMax is now in Europe. So it looks like we may be getting some extra money coming into the fund as this seems to be moving over to the European area. So they are expanding out. That's a good sign for YieldMax. Super excited to see that. Let's just go ahead and move over to the Webull chart and see where we're sitting today. But before we do that, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, and if you like this kind of content, smash that like button. It'd be much appreciated. All right, so here we are on the Webull chart, and we're looking at Misty right now. We're looking at the day chart currently, and this red dotted line right here, for those who might be new, this is my support line that we have been kind of bouncing off of. We did go through it, but we did not have a candle to live under that support line currently here. We did move up today. We had a nice little bitty green candle, but it is a nice pop up. Friday we closed at $19.88, but today we opened at $20.48 and then closed today at $20.59. So a very nice move today. Super excited to see that. You can see the MACD here. We do have a very little bitty cross right here. You can see that blue line is crossed over that signal line. And therefore now we're getting a little bit of a green right there on the MACD. And as you can see, the RSI, it's at a 53 and a 55. So we are on the upper side of that midpoint, 50 being the mid, but that's still pretty close to about mid. So not really oversold and definitely not overbought. So that's looking pretty good there. So super excited about that. Getting paid that distribution of $1.33. As you can see, that did bring it down some on that day. But that next day, that Friday, we had a nice pop up, and then today we've had another pop. So that's a great sign there. Now there was one thing that I wanted to point out. I know there are a lot of people out there who do not like Misty, and that's okay. It's not for everybody, and I'm fine with that. But I will say this. I found an article that I was actually quite surprised. When I saw it pop up in my feed, I thought it was going to be one of those articles talking about Misty where you should stay away, you're going to lose all your money, and other wording like that, as I'm sure you've seen them as well. Yes, Misty is a higher risk play, but it is an income play as I'm playing it. So let's just move over to that article just to show you. Okay, so I am on the Seeking Alpha site here, and I do not have an account with them, but I saw this one here and I figured it was a clickbait. But surprisingly enough, they actually have Misty rated as a buy. I mean, I was just super shocked about that. considering all you hear about is all the negativity, the erosion of the ETF, and all this, right? But you look here, and it's talking about the cover calls relatively less risky in today's market. And it's because of the volatility of the market, they're able to pay out those distributions. And with Mr., of course, the tariffs don't really have much effect on Mr. because Mr. is pretty much a Bitcoin play. And I really like this last point where it says, though there are risks, Misty is a strong income enhancer and portfolio diversifier that makes a small allocation worth it. I mean, can't really ask more than that about a review, especially from a site like Seeking Alpha. And down here at the bottom of this article, it also states that due to Mr.'s unique position in the microeconomic environment, Misty can be a great way to diversify your income portfolio with Bitcoin holdings. While I wouldn't depend on Misty for the majority of your income needs, the fund is worthwhile in small allocations as an income enhancer. Ha! Love that. Love that line, right? Yes. You should never depend on anything to be the majority of your income needs. It should be a part of it, but that is just being smart. That line is just being smart, but worthy of small allocations as an enhancer for income. Love it. Though I wouldn't expect Misty to generate the same yields that it did a couple of months ago, locking in 60 to 80%, yields at current prices and payouts is still income that few assets can reliably beat. Trump's tariffs have put Misty in a spot where it's benefiting from overall market volatility, but experiencing minimal negative effects due to Mr.'s Bitcoin business, which is why I maintain my buy rating right there. They are maintaining a buy rating for Misty, and this is with Seeking Alpha. Now, I don't know about you, but I have not seen too many articles that is talking up Misty or any of these YieldMax ETFs, right? So I will take this one as a win. How about you? I'm super excited about this. I think this here is going to help bring in others or may have been a little bit more skeptical. They may be coming in and joining the crowd here. So it's a big boat. We'll welcome them aboard. So I think I'm going to wrap it up right there. I'm just super excited about this article. I think this is really going to help boost and get Misty out there to a lot of people. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. It'd be much appreciated. And as always, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before you get into any stock plays. And until next time, Legend out.